Imagine sitting down to watch a casual celebrity podcast. No drama, no screaming match, no explosive confrontation, just a conversation between two people who have known each other for years. Two people who have shared love, heartbreak, children, public scandals, and one of the most scrutinized relationships in modern celebrity culture. Everything seems normal. The conversation flows naturally. They're laughing, they're joking, then suddenly, one sentence changes everything. One sentence sends social media into complete meltdown. One sentence becomes the headline of the week. And that sentence allegedly came from Tristan Thompson. According to clips spreading online, Tristan claimed that Khloé Kardashian forced him into getting a vasectomy. Not encouraged, not suggested, not talked him into it. Forced. The moment people heard that word, the internet exploded. TikTok exploded. Instagram exploded. Celebrity gossip pages exploded. YouTube creators jumped on the story. Reaction channels began uploading videos within hours. Thousands of comments started pouring in from every direction. Some people immediately defended Tristan. Others immediately defended Khloé. And many viewers were simply confused because the entire situation seemed bizarre. Why would Tristan say something like that? Why would he say it on Khloé's own podcast? Was he joking? Was he serious? Was it sarcasm? Was there context missing? Or was this another chapter in what might be the most complicated celebrity relationship of the last decade? Because once you understand the history between these two, you'll realize why this story has captured the internet's attention so quickly. And trust me, the deeper you go into this story, the stranger it gets. Before we talk about the podcast itself, we need to talk about the history. Because without the history, this story doesn't make sense. Khloé Kardashian and Tristan Thompson aren't just celebrities. Become one of the most talked about celebrity pairings of the modern era. For years, their relationship has generated headline after headline after headline. Every stage of their romance has played out under an enormous public spotlight. When they first got together, many fans were optimistic. They appeared happy, they seemed committed, they looked like a couple building a future together. But then everything changed. What followed was a series of public controversies that transformed their relationship into one of the most heavily discussed stories in entertainment news. Each new scandal brought more attention. Each headline created more public debate. And every time people thought the story was over, another chapter appeared. At some point, the relationship became bigger than the relationship itself. It became a cultural conversation. Millions of people started forming opinions. Some sympathized with Khloé, some criticized Tristan, some hoped they would eventually reconcile. Others wanted them to stay apart forever. Regardless of where people stood, one thing was clear: people cared. And years later, they still care. That's why a single sentence from a podcast can dominate social media, because this isn't just about a comment, it's about the emotional history attached to that comment. When news first spread about Tristan appearing on Khloé's podcast, many fans expected an interesting conversation. After all, these are two people who share a long history. There was plenty they could discuss: parenting, growth, past mistakes, lessons learned, how they navigate life today. The appearance itself wasn't shocking. The shocking part was what happened during the conversation. According to clips circulating online, Tristan made a remark suggesting that Khloé had forced him into getting a vasectomy. At first glance, some listeners thought it was simply a joke. The room reportedly didn't turn into chaos. Nobody stormed off. The conversation continued. But social media operates differently than real life. In real life, people hear tone, they see facial expressions, they understand context. On social media, a 15-second clip can become the entire story. And that's exactly what happened. The clip began spreading everywhere. People replayed it repeatedly. Users analyzed every word, every facial expression, every reaction. Everyone suddenly became a relationship detective. And once that process begins online, things tend to escalate very quickly. Let's talk about the word at the center of this controversy: forced. That single word is responsible for almost all of the debate, because words carry meaning, and some words carry more weight than others. Many viewers immediately focused on that specific choice of language. Why use that word? Why not say convinced? Why not say encouraged? Why not say persuaded? Why say forced? Supporters of Tristan argued that people were taking the comment far too seriously. They believed it was obvious humor, a joke, a playful exaggeration, nothing more. But critics saw things differently. They argued that even if it was intended as humor, the wording was problematic. They questioned why someone would frame such a personal medical decision in that way. And once those debates started, they quickly spread beyond the original clip. The conversation evolved into something much larger. Within hours, social media transformed into a battlefield. Thousands of people were debating the situation. One side accused the internet of overreacting. The other side accused people of making excuses. Comment sections became divided. Reaction videos multiplied. Celebrity blogs published articles. Discussion forums filled with theories. Everywhere you looked, people were talking about the same thing. What's fascinating is that many people weren't even discussing the vasectomy itself. They were discussing trust, responsibility, communication, relationships, and personal accountability. The podcast clip became a launching point for larger conversations. People started projecting their own experiences onto the story. Some viewers related to difficult relationships, others related to complicated breakups. Many related to situations where jokes had been misunderstood. As a result, everyone interpreted the moment differently. And that's exactly why the story continued growing. Because there wasn't a single narrative. There were dozens of narratives competing against each other. Another reason this controversy exploded is because Tristan doesn't exist in a vacuum. Every public statement he makes is viewed through the lens of his past. Whether that's fair or unfair is up for debate. But it's reality. Public reputations matter. And reputations influence how people interpret events. If a different celebrity had made the exact same comment, public reactions might have been completely different. But when Tristan says something controversial, many people immediately connect it to everything that came before. Years of headlines, years of drama, years of public scrutiny. That's why even people who didn't watch the podcast started discussing it. The history follows the story, and the history makes the story bigger, much bigger. But here's where things become truly fascinating. For a huge percentage of fans, the vasectomy comment isn't actually the biggest story. The biggest story is what it might reveal about Khloé and Tristan today, because every time they appear together, speculation returns. It never completely disappears. Some fans believe they're simply mature co-parents. Others believe there's still emotional connection between them. Some think they're rebuilding trust. Others think they're just maintaining peace for their family. The truth? Only they know. But uncertainty creates curiosity, and curiosity creates engagement. That's why every smile gets analyzed.